didn't even get to bronze.
Alright, how's everybody doing? This is Luke the Duke, and today we're going to be taking a little break from our usual gaming shenanigans, and we're going to move on to the newest episode of The Walking Dead. So, as you can see here, here's Michonne just fucking looking gnarly, just about to decapitate a couple zombies. But that's not really what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about how Glenn died, and why I think that he really didn't die in this scene. The way they shot it sort of lends a little bit of credibility to my theory, just because of the fact that you couldn't really see Glenn's chest. So let's watch this real fast. So obviously there's going to be some spoilers we're talking about in this episode, but spoilers if you've read the comics. If you haven't read the comics, then it might not even be applicable, so it could or could not be a spoiler, so I thought I'd put the warning in there either way. Oh, 240p? Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so Glenn is down in the mosh pit of zombies right now. And if you can see here, I'm going to back it up a little bit. So obviously, if you're coming to this video, you know that Glenn died here. Well, they want you to think he died here. I'd like to show you, I don't know, there's elevation right here to the point where... Come on, go away. Go away. Come on, YouTube. Let me go to full screen. Okay. Okay, I guess you can't... Okay, well... You'd see this elevation right here. This is where the zombies are tearing into. And I don't think Glenn has been this ripped in the past to the point where his chest is literally almost to the same level as his chin. So, I mean, you think if they would have shot this, and this would have actually been the death of Glenn, you would have seen them just tearing into this guy, you know, like his chest, his shirt that you saw before, just completely visible. And, they don't. The way they shot it, I thought was a little cheap if this were to be the actual death of Glenn, which I really do not think it is, because it looked like they shot it to show they were trying to avoid us from seeing something. I mean, it definitely doesn't look good, and that's another part I'll say, is if he does survive, then how the fuck is he gonna get out of this? Like, I guess you could be hiding underneath the dumpster, and that's pretty much your only bet, is if you somehow push Nicholas's dead body off you while it's just getting eaten, and the zombies just mob on Nicholas's body, and then somehow you get some way to get out of here. So I definitely don't think Glenn is doing this by himself. Another thing to point out is just on the other side of here is a metal, like a chain link fence with some barbed wire, which I really was wondering why he didn't jump to. And it's barbed wire, it's gonna hurt, but you're gonna, hopefully get out of there. And so they're all pretty much boxed in here, so I don't think there's quite as many zombies on the other side of this fence, because I don't know how they were getting through here in the first place. I don't think they were, so there might be maybe like 8-10 zombies on the other side of this fence, but nothing like is right here. I mean, there's a lot of zombies going on. So all you'd have to really do is take the Winnebago and smash it into the other side of this chain link fence that was over here. Let's back it up a little bit so we can see that. Right here. So smash it through this fence, and you'd stop exactly where the garbage thing was. You know, assume that you weren't going extremely fast, and you would just, like, you know, pretty much smash Glenn and kill him. But you'd smash it through here, and then you could climb underneath the garbage fucking thing, and then you could crawl underneath there, underneath the car that you've just smashed into the other side of the fence. And right here, there'd probably be a metal fence blocking you, but, you know, something you'd be able to do, I'm pretty sure. Or he's just dead. So, I mean, he could be dead, but here's where we're gonna get into some of the comic spoilers. Now, I would be extremely surprised if they didn't do the death from the comics. I mean, issue 100, where Negan kills Glenn, you guys, was probably one of the most shocking anything I've ever read. You know, any book, any comic book. Okay, and another part about this death scene is just how goddamn brutal and just heartbreaking it is. I mean, when I first read this, you guys, I mean, there's only been a few scenes in The Walking Dead that have really, really got me like this. And it was probably Judith and Lori's death and earlier in the show, and probably Herschel's twins. Like, those ones were pretty fucking shocking. But Glenn, like, the way they did it, it was like the next page of the comic was where you figured out if that, you know, if Negan's bat actually met with Glenn's head. And, like, this whole time you're assuming, alright, there's no way someone's gonna pop out of nowhere, you know, Jesus or Rick or, you know, Andrea or Michonne, someone is gonna pop out of here and save Glenn. Okay, so there's pretty much no reason why they wouldn't use this scene. I mean, this is such an iconic moment of the comic books. I would be so disappointed if they decided this alternative way for Glenn to die is what needed to happen. Could he have died here? Yes. Do I think he died here? No. I honestly do not think so. And there's also another thing that happens near the end of the episode where, well, not really the end of the episode, but you see it sort of like unfolding where Rick is stuck in the Winnebago and zombies are just, you know, swarming it. And, you know, you don't really think Rick is going to die there, but his hand is actually cut, and he's been sort of making a big deal about it for like the last 15 minutes of the episode. Like, not steering with it, not doing anything with it. And, I think this might be a little bit of foreshadowing about him losing his hand, which probably should have happened a lot earlier than now, so they're probably just trying to throw it in there any way they can. But, yeah, so the preview to the next episode doesn't tell you fucking much of anything. It's pretty much just Morgan staring at this plant, just like in the picture. He's focused, guys. This guy went to the Jedi Academy, learned how to use a lightsaber, and now he is staring at plants for some reason. God, yeah, he's doing it. But yeah, so Glenn, I wouldn't worry too much here, you guys. Glenn probably did not die. I mean, it would blow my mind if they would kill him off in a way like this, where they didn't, you know, like, they had 15 minutes left in the episode. They could have showed a whole 6 minutes of Glenn, like, you know, fighting for survival, making you think he'd survive, and then, you know, just as he's about to, like, get to some safe place, maybe inside the trash can, you know, he ends up getting, like, his foot bit, and then he ends up just getting torn apart. I think they would make it a lot more extravagant than this. I mean, at least make it more vivid so you can actually see what the hell's happening. I mean, it doesn't have to be a glorious fight to the death, you know, it doesn't need to be something super omnipotent like that, but at least show me what the fuck happened. You know, don't show, like, a couple seconds of a really weird angle to the point where I can't even tell if it's Glenn being eaten or not. So, and that's the way they shot it, guys. Like, unless in the next episode they're going to show, like, 10 different new angles and scenes of him getting ripped apart, which, fuck, that would just throw this whole video to the shitter. But I honestly do not think that's going to happen, guys. So, when it doesn't happen, you heard it from me first. Well, probably not first, maybe like 5th or 6th. But yeah, anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Just take a chill pill. Glenn is not really dead, but don't feel too safe with him. And yeah, because if he survives here, then somewhere in the next part of the season, he is not going to. I'm sorry, spoilers, fucking spoilers, but they're going by the comics. He is going to die soon, which makes it really weird why they would do this, because like I said before, you know, even if this is Nicholas's body on top of him, he still has a fucking swarm of zombies on top of him, and he's right here. So I mean, he's not that far away to get underneath this thing, but you know, who knows? It's really all up for grabs at the moment, guys. But anyways, thanks for checking out my video. This is Lucas the Dukas, and good luck. And we all pray for Glenn, because he shouldn't have died here in such a melodramatic way. God damn it. Alright, everybody, I'm out. My rant is over. We will be back to gaming soon enough. Okay, doke. Later.
You're not that guy anymore.
Thank you.
And again, Stephen as well. I mean, and I want it to be clear that I don't know what's coming up. I don't know what's coming up. We're going to talk about a lot of things this episode, just sort of speculating about where it could be going, because Glenn was obviously not specifically mentioned in the in memoriam, and I think we should talk about that. But Damon, in retrospect, Glenn, should he have killed Nicholas when he had the chance? Please say hello to my guests. Yvette Nicole Brown and Damon Lindelof are on the couch today. This is, I mean, and I also want to mention, no one is here from the Walking Dead cast or any from the show at all, because this is a really intense episode, and we wanted to allow the fans to experience, interpret it together. I don't want you to read into anything. Well, that was that episode. I don't think anyone feels good at all. So, Nicholas, you shot yourself in the head, but in doing so, you may have broken the world's hearts.